Hi, and welcome to a 5 minute chit chat on the latest in the SharePoint market with myself, Brady Holmes, and him, Christian
And
Buck.
this is me. I'm Christian Buckley. I'm glad to be here. Brad, good to see you.
Yeah, it's okay to be here. Um,
Big head in the window there. It's looking good. All right. I know we've got 5 minutes. I understand that. All right.
Fantastic.
Brad, we had like three things wanted to talk about and run through. Correct me if I'm wrong here. We wanted to talk about this unified conference.
Yeah,
Um,
so
and then,
that's a big deal.
yeah.
I mean, first off, a bit of a hat tip to Alistair Fusion, who actually discovered the Unified Conference last year in Cape Town when he combined Exchange, Link, and SharePoint at the Community Saturday, aka SharePoint Saturday. So basically, Microsoft have stolen his idea.
Yeah, well, I understand the lawsuit is pending. Good on Alistair, yeah, for that. No, I think
Well
there's
done.
been a lot of there's been a lot of consternation. I think interesting is you've got a couple different reactions. Um, my first thought was that does it make sense to split apart tech ed, which catered to the more technical aspects, and the more business focused conferences? If you think of the SharePoint conference, the Exchange conference, the Project and Link conferences. I know there's a lot of technical content around those, but you had a lot of business users, whereas tech ed is almost entirely, engineering side of the house.
I think you make a excellent point, but I think bringing the business people and the technical people in at the same conference, maybe you'll get good synergies across. Just maybe.
Well, I think that the biggest concern is that people would we'd lose the volume of content. Somebody was commenting on a LinkedIn group yesterday the fact that, look, I mean, I'm able to go to and spend multiple days and doing all deep dive in SharePoint content. Now I'm going to have a fraction of the content available to me, and I don't care about the rest of that content. And I think you have a lot of people of that opinion on each of the individual stacks. But from Microsoft's perspective, one, you look at the cost of running those multiple conferences, and it's not just the cost of running the conference itself, of the time of the product teams. And a lot of those, you have overlapping resources that Microsoft employees that have to attend multiple of those conferences, and takes them away. That's a big deal. All right, okay, I'm done.
Nearly fell asleep. What I think at the end of the day, I think it's a move in the right direction. I think it's super important to bring everyone together. One conference, it's a unified platform, and they're getting the lines are being blurred every day with how it all works together in Office 365. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll be there.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it next year as well. All right, so the second topic. So, Brad, you participated in the Tweet Jam, the Collab Talk Tweet Jam, end of last month. We were talking about predictions for changes to the SharePoint user experience. What do you see as the biggest change that's happening, for what you've seen with the latest features and announcements?
Well, first off, it wasn't like I had nothing else to do. I mean, my time is important, and I thought as a friend I would help me out. I didn't know how many other people were going to be there, so I just thought I'd fill up the numbers. But
Literally dozens of people participated. Literally. Okay.
a lot of people obviously have a lot of free time. I mean, there's not a lot going on at the moment. Um, anyway, besides that, look, the SharePoint design side of things has never been great. If you look at 2007 and 2010, they tried very badly, and it's almost a place where designers go to die. So I think in 2013 they made it a lot more sexy, and it's definitely getting there. Until you click the enable mobile feature, and all your design goes away. I think it's on the right path, and it's got a long way to go if you look at everything else out there. But it's definitely on the right path.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that I was thinking kind of at the macro level, what's happening across Office 365. There's been a lot of people concerned that SharePoint as a brand is kind of fading away. So as far as the user experience, but if you go in and look at the story for Office 365, I mean, SharePoint remains, a critical piece of the foundation of that platform.
Totally.
And there are some pieces like in the Yammer interface, for example, that when you go into Yammer today and upload a file that is a separate file system, that one model has that becoming part of SharePoint. When you talk about OneDrive for Business, it's essentially SharePoint technology. So it's not that that SharePoint is going away. It's just becoming more of a unified experience across the Office 365 platform.
Totally. So we have
right.
one more topic.
Oh yeah. So we wanted to talk about the Microsoft layoffs and kind of the impact there. So what's your read on it out in the field?
Well, here at GT Consult, when you hear of 18,000 people being laid off, that's about the workforce of South Africa, just by the way, maybe a little bit more. And so you wonder what Microsoft is doing it for. Maybe they don't like the Nokia team as much as we thought they did. Maybe they need to free up some money to pay for some more Azure storage. Who knows? They have to get that money for the 1 terabyte OneDrive for business somewhere. Maybe that's where they're getting it. But it looks like the bulk of the guys are losing 14,000 is the Nokia guys. The other 4,000, the InfoPath guys. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's similar to the layoffs that they had back in 2009. It seems to be kind of striped across organizations. There's maybe more of a focus around the marketing side. I mean, I understand with any acquisition there's going to be redundancies. You don't need to have a lot of the same centralized services, finance and marketing and even sales when you already have those pieces in place. And so there's going to be some losses there. I think there's another camp that was hoping Microsoft would cut even more deeply, get rid of more middle management layers around that. But what's interesting in the announcement, people get caught up in the number of people getting cut, but is one of the changes is that Satya Nadella, the CEO, is focusing more and more on telemetry and on data around the product development. And so they're actually hiring in those areas, and that helps them. That's going to better inform the product roadmap and strategy. And I think the product teams are going to perform much better if they have that data focus.
Yeah, I think Satya has got a proper focus and great vision, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. It's not always nice laying off 18,000 oaks, but it is what it is, and let's see what happens. But that's us for 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, all right, I was going to do the fist pump thing, but anyway, okay, I don't know. It's awkward. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks, Brad. It was good talking to you. We'll do this again.
Same time next week.
Yep. Talk to you later.